Everybody, it's Invicta. It's Friday here in the Mosh Pit. Thank you all very much for having another video across 3,000 likes. We are ready to rock and roll for today's Isaac episode. But first off, here's your meme of the day. This one sent in by Retro Prime on this Invicta subreddit. Even has a spoiler tag on it just because Retro knows how things are, he knows how things are done. But spoiler alert, that tripe from way downtown, episode 109. Yep. Free your mind. And then Isaac is on the other building. It's that super jump, honestly, it was magnified by like 10 because of just that trite being a mini version of the trite was just it was ridiculous, but also kind of incredible to look at the same time, although also kind of infuriating. Golf Quebec Delta 3 Papa Yankee 3. I swear we've had that seed before. We've got the Joe Dirt haircut or something, and also the battery, which is not going to go well with our spacebar item, which is Kamikaze, which doesn't actually have any energy associated with it, so it's not really all what we're looking for here in terms of a starting synergy. There is none. Kamikaze will do a full heart of damage to Isaac, but it will do an explosion, so if we need bombs like on the fly, then hey, we've got them. Like, we could finish off Sloth here, but that would not be great. Movement speed is 1.0. Yep, it was only a matter of time before that happened. Movement speed 1.0. Tears rate 2.53 is not the worst, of course. We've seen plenty of the worst of our tears rate starting out anyway. But obviously we're going to be taking Bob's Rotten Head, as that's just way better for us than Kamikaze. Can you do this? There we go. Leave a little bit of a poison cloud there. Yeah, that's what we want. Of course, we also have the battery, so that's going to give us the extra charge that we need. And starting off with another active item here, which is not one that we want. Round Nugget's okay, but it's not going to give us it doesn't give us the explosive power that Bob's Rotten Head gives us at the start of a run. Especially for early game bosses too, is something that we definitely want to make sure that we preserve, as our stats are, again, not the worst, but not the best either. So we have 2 activations of Bob's Rotten Head, which is great. And I wouldn't mind Birthright, so I am going to ding the donation machine here again. And let's see what Birthright can give us this time around. Yeah, we'll be taking Speedball. Our shot speed is pretty terrible. It's not terrible anymore, but it was pretty terrible. I'm going to use a bomb and not use Bob's Rotten Head because that's going to be impossible to hit from there. And we get this bomb back anyway, plus an additional couple of cents there. Rotten Heart's no big deal. Normally I would say the super secret room is to the right of there, but since we already know that the regular secret room is there, it can't possibly be the super secret room. But 2 activations on Bob's Rotten Head. Assuming I don't bung it up and miss the throw, we should be able to 2-shot whatever bosses we might find. Haunt would be the only exception there. Oh dookie, this should be a 1-shot as long as we land the throw. And we did. And nice, we got a Tears upgrade and an HP upgrade as well, so extremely good. I'm gonna hold on to the Trickle Charge as well, so yeah, very good start. Probably should have gone to the Curse Room. We go on to last week's question of the episode. This one coming in from the surprise guest episode on Alt Path. And it's kind of a long one, so bear with me here. In fact, I'm gonna pause the run real quick just to say it. So this one coming in from I'm gonna say Johungus 1981, who said, "Question of the episode: what would your opinion be on an item that acts almost like Genesis/birth certificate?" I think they meant birthright or death certificate. I'm not sure. Genesis or birth certificate. But instead of letting you choose an item that you want, it lets you pick an item that you've already picked up in the current run and remove it from your current items. In my head, this something is named something like Absolution, Absolved, or Absolve, and would partially encourage people to pick up items they usually wouldn't, and find new synergies that would be balanced out by the fact that it would be rare find, like a secret room item or something like that. What are your thoughts? So I don't really quite understand what the item does. Like, does it give you, if you're just picking one item up that you've already taken and then putting it down again, or vice versa, removing it from the item table to me, that doesn't seem like it does anything. Now, if you're talking about it produces item pedestals that are only comprised of items that you picked up throughout that entire run, then you know I could see some appeal there where you would be able to see repeating items. You know, synergies you're not used to seeing, something like, I don't know, double brimstone, for example, or double mom's knife. You know, that could be interesting, I suppose, but it's heavily dependent on what items that you're gonna find, what items that you find throughout the course of the run, right? And then, you know, if you have the option to remove an item, then that could be something interesting. Like if you could get rid of Missing No or something like that. We get Luckfoot here, and lucky us because there's a golden pill right over Meow. Pretty mad that we got hit by that schmoove there from the Ministro. Wow, that was an incredible golden pill. Not only did we get a speed up and a movement, tears up, we also got a ton of HP and spiders. So that's pretty dang good. We can actually gain a bomb over here. There's another soul heart in there too. Wow, getting some hot starts lately here in March. This just gives us a free bomb, so there's no reason for us not to do that. The shop, we don't necessarily have enough money to really make the shop worthwhile. But going back to the question of the episode, I would say that if I like the idea of being able to swap your items for something else without doing a full character reroll. Like if we were to take, like, say, call it like an exchange pedestal or something, where you would take a passive item of your choosing, and then you could essentially just reroll that one item. I like that idea. I think that gives value to other items where there would normally be none. But as far as working from the current item pool, and you can only get stuff that you've seen in the current item pool, I don't know if I'd necessarily be okay with that. It would seem like it would just add a whole lot of, it would just add a whole lot more of it would add a whole lot more I don't want the nail, to be honest. It would add a whole lot more maintenance to the game. Like you'd have to stop a run and go through the items again, and then say like, oh, I want this item, but I don't want this item, and I don't want to double up this item, but I don't know what this item actually does. If it's squared, essentially. Yeah, so I don't know. I wouldn't be for and I wouldn't be against an item like that. I would just be a kind of, I'm going to go over here to the boss trap room now that we have Incubus. And yeah, Bob's Rotten Head did great for us. Green Dookie would have been a nightmare, except that we've got phenomenal tiers right now, especially with Incubus. EBS is crushing it. We'll just take a look at the arcade real quick. Don't really have much to go off on. We have 4 bombs, so there is some value here to bomb everything. If we had more HP, I would definitely try for the judgment, but we don't. So yeah, came away with 11 cents. That's fine. And we could go. I guess we could go into the curse room. We did get a guppy item. This is gonna have 10 more cents. That's very good. 11 cents. Make that. Okay, that was definitely worth it. And then we're gonna end this floor by checking out the reverse tarot card inside the shop. And it's gonna give us a trap door, so might as well just go do that real quick. Who knows what this might lead to? Undefined. Nah. I'm gonna kill this mob just to get the charge, but we don't need undefined. And yeah, we can afford a bomb and a key here. That's good. Good. Solid early game now. And the best part is we don't have Duns Cap. Wow. Super secret room might be here. It is. And it was not worth it, but we might be able to get few more cents out of it. Or not. All right. Still, overall, really good floor. I think an exchange pedestal would be very interesting. There was something similar to that. I think it was in Fiend Folio, maybe. Oh, that was like a half of a pixel away from hitting us there. That white champion. It may have been Fiend Folio that had something similar to that for one of its characters. I don't remember. It's the rock one, the one where you basically take a you basically take an item like a rock or a gem or something, and then you convert it to like a different just stats and stuff. We're actually gonna get Leviathan here, which is great. We want to take Spear of the Night first. And then we take the Mark, which is going to give us 1 soul heart, and then Leviathan's going to give us 2 more soul hearts. And we also have flying now with Spectral Tears, thanks to Spear of the Night. So good. It's nice to have a fast start here on a Friday. Fast start Friday? Yeah, it'd be really cool to have a beggar or something that was like, give me an item, I give you an item. And it kind of, the cost of re-rolling it goes up exponentially. Like, you get the first exchange item for free, and then after that it goes up and up and up and up and up. So it's a much more controlled re-roll without having to do a full character re-roll. Because that's always one of the big gambles and big bummers of re-rolling stuff in Isaac, is that like you're happy to get rid of most items, but not all items. So if you could take like Pageant Boy, for example, and re-roll that into something that's actually useful, while still having the effects of Pageant Boy, which is just giving you the stereotypical 6 cents or 7 cents if you get lucky, then you're ahead of the curve. Because you're able to get the benefits of Pageant Boy, but also it counts as an item, and you can do it that way. So there's lots of pretty nice things that you could do with something like that in the game. That's not totally breaking the game in the player's favor, but also at the same time, like, it still costs the player too. I mean, you gotta deal with money management and all that stuff.
Makes you larger.
Definitely did not want one that makes you larger here, but no choice in the matter there. Us having camo undies is nice too, because we'll get to be able to do that little burst of damage at the start. The nail is going to give us a little bit extra damage here as well. Get Marrow, which yeah. Yeah. First Darkness. And make sure we use the nail on almost every cooldown, unless we find the boss first, and then we'll judge from there. The reason why we don't necessarily want to use the nail right off the bat is because if we have something like, say, a Bone Heart that we want to try to preserve, especially for a Devil Deal, then we would want to make sure that we have one full Soul Heart if we wanted to, which is going to be 2 uses of the nail, or just save it for the boss room and get that huge damage upgrade, which is nice. Pillow takes us to the Sack Room Shuffle. Totally deserved to be hit there. Not utilizing one of the best strengths that we have, which is going to be Spectral Tears, so I definitely deserve to be hit. Could have very easily done that room without ever taking damage. I'm loving this run, though. I'm going to go into the vault, even though vaults are usually doo-doo. This one happens to be less doo-doo, because at least we get our keys back. That's really the only sunk cost that you have to worry about when you're talking about vaults, is just losing the amount of keys that you're spending, like getting into the vault in the first place. Nancy bombs, no thank you. Isaac's tears, no thank you. Adrenaline would be 2 or 3 for spun, I guess. We could definitely do better than adrenaline. Adrenaline only activates if you have low life, which we don't right now. But it will pay out for us. It will pay out for us if we end up eventually getting spun on the next syringe item. So the box would be a prime. That would be a fantastic example of what I'm talking about for the exchange pedestal. You know, an item that once you pick it up, it's over. Like there's no other benefit to it. But it still counts as an item, a passive item in your inventory, though. But the exchange pedestal would allow you to get rid of it and get even more value out of it, because not only have you gotten all the consumables from the pickups and stuff that you got when you first picked up the item, but then it becomes even more of a source of value because it's still a passive item that you could just simply swap out for something else. Booster pack would be another one of those that we would be able to easily be like, yeah, hey, look, this is a great trade. We already got our 5 tarot cards, and now we can get even more value. Sign me up for that. The tinted rock there that we just ran over. Get another range upgrade, another devil deal. And I say another devil deal even though it's not a devil deal. Get lots of health here. Health up. I was like queued up. I was ready to go with that death card. I was not ready to be fighting all those infamies. No, thank you. Again, gonna exercise our spectral tears here. So goes through the rocks, you know, easy peasy. Free bomb activation there. Yeah, I'll say the Luckfoot pickup is quietly one of the biggest pickups that we've gotten on this run so far. We don't need to be using the nail anymore. We don't need any more HP, and yeah, we could still get some damage out of it, but it's not. I personally use the nail more for HP than for the damage buff. Gotta remember, the damage buff also has an associated speed down with it as well whenever you use it. Another spacebar item in our item room, which is always a bummer. I don't know how we managed to not kill that heart up there. Yes, there's an advantage to having all those range upgrades. Definitely don't want to be crossing that room. The real question is, do we go all the way back up there for the shop? We wouldn't necessarily be sacrificing boss rush there. It would just be that's quite the trek. Let's see if we get an actual devil deal on this floor and see where we go from there. Again, no real reason for us to use the nail currently, in my opinion. Yeah, Pageant Boy should be on the list of items that need the most changes for buffs. It'd be a simple one. It's something I've brought up to Zombolis before, because it never doesn't feel bad when you get Pageant Boy as a boss drop, except in the late game particularly, unless if you like are just in dire need of money. Which, if that's the case, then my solution is it's going to complement what it already does, which is just give you money. And that is that I think that Pageant Boy should always guarantee you 15 cents or more anytime it drops.
I can see.
In my opinion, that keeps things fair, and it also ensures that you at least get something for the item, which is usually going to be beneficial in the earlier game than mid, because obviously if you get it late game, then you probably don't have more shops unless you're doing victory laps or something like that. Or you could also have the possibility of you getting judgments and stuff too. We could take Diplopia here. We don't have to leave the nail behind because we have the Fool card already. I think that Pageant Boy should guarantee you 15 cents or more. It should do what it does already, except just up the amount of money by about 2x. So that way, if you happen to get it in your first floor, you're at least taken care of for any judgment, theoretically anyway, unless you get a jerk judgment. Or at the very, very, very least, you're guaranteed a premium item from the shop. I think that is a fair way to deal with that without breaking Pageant Boy be too strong for Planetarium. Get Terra. Wow, we haven't seen Terra in a while. So that's what we needed there. We needed some more raw damage. Now, I mean, our Tears Rate has been taken care of for a while here. But Terra is going to allow us to break through doors, rocks, and stuff, while also giving us a very nice, solid damage upgrade. Although, again, it does do that wiffle ball effect where you think that you're hitting for harder than you actually are. Same thing that Head of the Keeper does.
Isaac.
Just makes you feel like you're doing less damage even though you're doing more. There's a Tinted Rock right there. There we go. Absolutely take the negative here. We have plenty of time, and there's Guppy, so I am going to use Diplopia. I didn't even bother going into the boss trap room, and that's fine. Or the boss rush room. Yeah, we can take Multi-Mitchell, baby. And boy, howdy. That would have not been worth it had we waited that long. Use Diplopia. We are the Gupster now. We can go back and get the nail, which is still going to give us more HP benefit. I think it's a health up too, this one here. It is.
Health up.
But what a solid run here all the way around so far. We had a great start. We have you know, a solid build to start with anyway. I mean, this is not like a new territory build right now, but excuse me, it's pretty good. We need to up our base damage a lot though. Maybe get some good tier effects, all that stuff. Then we'll be really sitting pretty. Even though we don't have mapping here, Terra will at least allow us to do stuff like this, where we could say, okay, I think this is the right direction. We're just gonna keep going over there, and yeah, it sure was. We can also break it. I didn't need to do that. We can also just go right in. Also, with us having camo undies, it allows us to move faster, and the enemies won't notice us while we're just trying to just traverse through the floor. So, late game, up until the chest, this is going to be vital. Okay, we've gotten all the range upgrades. We've done it. Still no spawn, unfortunately. Got a vault here. I'm gonna save the, there we go. I'm gonna save telepills for the chest. Just in case we might be able to get taxied straight to the boss. Straight to land. Phase doubles our keys. We could play the Sacrum Shuffle, skip it, but I think with this combo, with this Terra combo here, we should be able to skip it in a sort of like a soft, in sort of a soft way we're able to do it. Whew. Yeah, that damage with Guppy, holy moly. Of course, the Guppy transformation will give us the Mulligan effect, which is going to produce a blue attack fly. Most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, whenever our tears hit an enemy target. Another health up here, just because we don't have enough health already. Nice little DPS boost there from the Pact. Seeing if that was an Emperor's card or an Emperor card or not. Actually, you know what? I need to go back in that room and go pick it up. Can't do that. There we go. Now we can skip. Because had I not had external information mod, I would not have known that that was the Emperor's card. So, gotta make it proper. Okay, great. We've already gotten Guppy, so there's no reason for us to go in the curse room. I actually think it's going to be this side and over here. Now that I've gone through every other side. See, finding the boss gets easy when you've already seen most of the floor. I did use the nail twice to get our soul heart back. Wow, I thought for sure we had the foot there. Oh well. All right, Curse of the Maze. Twisted Pair, Brimstone 2. Man, I actually don't think Brimstone is an upgrade here. Twisted Pair gives us Conjoined. Honestly, I'm gonna pass on Brimstone. I don't think that it gives us enough benefit. Because we want to have more shots going out. And I think that honestly with Conjoined, this might be better. It's more shots, it's more Guppy flies. No, you can't skip the rooms in the dark room, unfortunately. I legitimately think that Brimstone would have been a downgrade. for us. Okay. I am kind of addicted to the sound that Terra makes, though. I don't know if there's any girls in the mosh pit named Terra, but they're probably very confused whenever they hear stuff like that. Yeah, we're gonna do victory lap. Come on now. Second seed, Whiskey Echo Delta 6 Foxtrot 9-8. Was a very, very strong first run here. It's only going to get stronger. It's all the advantages we gave ourselves here. I think I've only known, two. I've only known 2 girls total that have been named Terra. My entire life. We're probably not going towards the item room yet. Back. The crawl space. This time I'm actually going to go into it and not forget about it. Like I did that one episode last week, which people were very happy to remind me of. Oh man, Cricket's body is going to give us even higher tiers right now. Oh yeah, multi-dimensional baby's doing the thing. Hang on. On victory laps, followers that mimic Isaac's movement will just freak out. Didn't know already. Got a tears up. Arrow pill range up. Got a tears up. And speed up.
Speed up.
It's always good to be in a position of we don't need this. And look at this, we get spun too. Wow. Yeah, you know what? Alt path week is over, but that doesn't mean we can't go down to alt path. Might as well, right? The alt path theme week was very successful. Okay, yeah, we don't. I'll take this one. Get Demon Baby, hooray. People like the theme week of that one. People are hopefully jazzed about the next one, which is going to be Delirium and Hush week. We have to go to we have to go to Delirium and Hush every single run on lap 1 as much as possible. Now the only way that we get around that is if we don't end up making Hush because due to the time limit. I think we need to take 8 more pills. I think we're pretty much sorted. Get meat. Lost Incubus, unfortunately. I was hoping we were going to get rid of Demon Baby or Multidimensional Baby, but we lost Incubus, which kind of sucks in a big way. That hurts our damage quite a bit, actually. That was a very, very bad sacrifice. But we do get Death's Touch, so I think we're still going to be fine. It's just unfortunate that it took away Demon Baby. We have plenty of money here. There's options is great. It's going to give us a second boss item. Mom's Key is going to just make chests yield more items. Ace of Spades doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm okay without Fanny Pack. Definitely okay without Nightlight. We'll take the blanket, however. It does give us Holy Mantle for the boss room. I was kind of just hoping that we were going to get some kind of mapping. Yeah, teleport ain't bad. I believe in teleport meta. I believe in teleport. Dun, dun. Get some Victor robes here, which is going to give us a big old HP upgrade. More so to get damage as well. We have not found the mirror yet. Okay. Let's just get the knife piece real quick while we're here. To get this out of the way. I don't know who the boss is, but fog is no problem. Only reason why I even did that was because we have teleport. We can just teleport out of there if we had gotten into any real trouble. Had that happen, because I mean we have Holy Mantle, then we also have the blanket, so there's no real danger in doing the extra boss here. Yep, got our knife piece. Trying to get back to the other side there. I think we saved a little bit of time. I just love teleport, man. You know me, you know your boy loves him some teleport meta. Ooh, wow, we get Isaac's tomb. Okay. I'll definitely take that. Isaac's tomb is going to give us a random item or a bunch of trinkets or a bunch of HP at the start of every floor, and that's a really, really good item to get. Take the sun card here. We really don't need Squeezy. Take Tropicamide. And I guess we'll just get another Twisted Bear. I guess technically I should have taken Squeezy because it would have left us 2 soul hearts, but what can you do? This is a free room here. The Child's Drawing, which is... that would give us Guppy anyway if we didn't already have Guppy. And we need to go back and pick up Isaac's tomb, Isaac's chest there. We get Pascal Candle. Okay, we got ourselves into a free vault. We'll take that. Ain't gonna poo-poo that. And just having the ability to just charge through these rooms without really caring about what's in them is that's just the benefit of having the ability to break down the doors. We get Hive Mind Guppy. Oh boy. Now we're cooking. We were already cooking, but now we're really cooking. A blind item room with Taurus? No, thank you. I don't trust it. Gonna be tough twins. Pretty much the only 2 that we can't just immediately murk. I will take eye drops as they do actually break the tears rate cap. The devil deal. There it is. Like, it mixed in there. It was throwing me off. First room is free here. Then we can just teleport out. What a run, man. What a run. This was just a solid run from the word go. We didn't really have to worry about too much of anything. Our starting stats weren't anything amazing, but they certainly weren't bad. Get our knife piece out of the way. We don't have to worry about going for the yellow buttons because we had flying. We don't have to worry about bombing because we have Terra. Terra's one of the biggest pickups that we had on this run, though, allowing us to skip through all the rooms, save ourselves all that HP. We'd love to see it. Almost got caught again by that one spider web, man. For those of you who might be new around here, again, the golden rule for the mother run is always send her in the opposite direction that you're running. If I need to go right, we send her left. If we need to go down, I'm going to send her up. Like, I'm going to wait here, send her north. Then we go south. It just makes this whole part trivial, and you should never really take damage from her unless you get caught or get unlucky, or if you're playing as Eden, you have a really bad movement speed stat. Might be able to make it through there. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. So we got the Adam room here, and milk. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss the old milk in a way, because at least you knew when it was gonna trigger, right? You knew when it was gonna trigger, and it was something that you could activate immediately. Like, you can get that Tears benefit. That it's a massive Tears upgrade too. You just get that immediately. Like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and I'll walk into a room, take damage, and then we have our Tears up. Well, now it has to break. Like, it acts like Dry Baby, and you have to actually get it to break before you get the Tears rate upgrade. And I'm not sure if that's better or not. Part of me wants to say it's not. Be Clutch. That Clutch is super dead. Brimstone again. I'm not taking it, game. I like our shots too much. Soul Heart back, very nice. Teleport out of here. Oh, wow, what a teleport there. Mystery Sack, I guess. It's a little late for Chaos. Also a little late for the other options. PhD, obviously we already have Luckfoot, so we don't really need to see anything else. And yeah. Pop up with a Soul Heart. We'll take Toothpicks just because it has a little bit more shot speed. We don't need either of those. We have the Sun card here just in case. I'll probably end up using it in Corpse, to be honest. Wow, we're getting... Yeah, I'd say Teleport is hooking us up with these teleports, even though we're not really getting anything out of them. Thank you. I mean, it's at least saving us the hassle of having to walk all the way from one end of the floor to the other, right? That's really the whole point of Teleport is just saving you time, but also, of course, it's saving you HP as well, because who knows what you would have made, what maybe you would have lost. Like, right there, I have no clue what I actually got hit by. Yeah, this should be an absolute stomping here. So we can actually take... I'll take the Polaroid. We can actually do Boss Rush here if it was worth it, which... Yeah, Epiphora is pretty worth it, I would say. But we're already killing things so fast that I don't think we even need it. I'm just being totally honest. Yeah, like Epiphora wouldn't have even kicked in there had we had it, so our damage is too high. And that's the benefit of just having the ability to to stack all your tears, all your tears rate in one nice compact beam of damage. Focuses the damage and just allows you to just kind of go buck wild with it all. I think this is not going to be the right way to go. Okay, dice bag, stay out of my inventory. And there is super dead. We also get synth oil, which would have given us spun effect anyway. And then we end up getting Eye of Belial, which is just going to up the damage even more so. And that's no bueno for the game, as we're going to close this one out. Really strong run from the get-go. I don't think that there was any subtlety that was needed for this run. We just went in and smashed it. That was, you know, it's nice to get one of those runs where it's just like, yeah, it was just pure, just raw power that we were seeing here. You know, I would say that I don't know, what would the biggest pickup be on this run? Terror was pretty big, but I'm gonna go back to say Luckfoot was that Luckfoot spam that we had with that golden pill on floor 2 or whatever that was huge. Giving us all those stats, and on top of that, giving us all that HP was absolutely massive. And down she goes, just like that. No problem at all. Down goes Mother. All right, fine. We're gonna earn those 3K likes today. Hopefully you feel like I earn them every single day. Even if it doesn't happen every single day, I appreciate everybody who likes the videos, who comments, and you know, obviously subscribes. Some people have been telling me that some of the videos haven't been being published to the feed in a while. I'm not exactly sure why that is. You would think that subscribing to a channel means that you get all their videos to publish to your feed, but in case if you are one of those people who you're subscribed here and you're not seeing my latest Isaac videos or the Monster Hunter series, double check your notifications. You might want to try. This is not a sly way to try to convince you that you need to do this, but if you could just try to enable notifications for my channel just for a little bit. You can do it for like a day or two. Because, you should know when my videos come out now. They come out at the same time every single week. Well, it's noon Central Time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern, and 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Dude, how have we not found a single boss room yet? We still haven't. This is peak Invicta navigation here. But my videos come out at the same time every single day. Every single day. So you should know exactly when about you should be expecting to see these videos in your feed. But if you're not, and you want to try to see if the system's working, then turn notifications on for my channel just for a little bit, just to see if the newest episodes are actually getting pushed to your subscriber feed or not. Feed, not fee. And we haven't reached that portion of the era of content yet. I like this angle that we were at. There you go. Down goes Delirium. No problem at all. A little bit of extra lap there, extra victory. We got Mother and also Delirium. So thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great start to your Friday, and have a happy weekend here in the Mosh Pit. Of course, if you are new here and you're not subscribed yet, consider doing so. If you enjoy my content every day here from the Binding of Isaac going on into Monster Hunter Wilds and then some. Of course, these are not the only 2 games I'll be covering forever, but, well, Isaac might be, but not Monster Hunter. So, and again, thank you all very much for all the support. I appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Sylvia5956, Newborn God, and Crypto14. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.